there's been some new information that's come out about Metro Awakening that I'm not seeing anywhere else, as well as I want to discuss some of the speculation around our main protagonist and who he is, and maybe go into some of what I hope is going to be in Metro Awakening, because there's a lot that they can do, seeing as how this technically takes place in between the time that the Hermetic Door first opened and the time of Metro 2033. Originally, we're not sure when the Metro opened up, but we definitely know it opened up before the path or game of Metro Awakening. However, if this is Khan's journey, it does fit everything that we've heard about the game. More of a spiritual awakening, a spiritual journey through the Metro. And the only person that we know within the Metro series that really has that spiritual mind and that spiritual depth in their character that really comes out is Khan. However, whenever we see him in the Khan DLC for Metro Last Light, he is sitting around the campfire after, we start and have that drink with the anomaly. He's talking to his two comrades that went to essentially fight within that Metro with him and try to fight off all the Nosalises that were taking over their station. And he was told that he's kind of hard to talk to. He's kind of to himself. He's always face down in his books and doesn't really interact with anybody. And his other buddy says if he keeps doing that, he's just going to end up alone. To me, that kind of hints that maybe he's not the most, I guess, interactive person, or he's not very extroverted. He keeps to himself, which is fine. No issue with that. But I find it kind of hard to believe that after all of this happened, he would go and make a connection with someone big enough to marry them and then have to essentially go on a journey to try and save them all before 2033 happens. And he doesn't mention any of this anywhere. I understand that obviously they don't necessarily know that this game is going to be coming, or that they're even potentially going to do anything additional with this character. But to me, I think you would probably want to mention a little bit more about your past life than, some of the most messed up stuff that's happened to you. That being said, there's always ways that they can retcon it. It definitely has happened before in games, and I definitely can see it happening again. But I wanted to mention it here because realistically, I would love to play as Khan. That would be a dream come true for, my Metro series, realistically. And I think that even if we don't play as Khan, if he can at least show up to show us the spiritual journey and help us through that spiritual journey as a player, I think even that would be enough. Because as of right now, he's the only one that knows about this stuff, why it happens, what's happening with it. And he's the only one that really deals with any of this on what I would probably consider to be a daily basis. The only hope I really have is kind of a return to form when it comes to stealth. For me, I really like stealth in games, and I think Metro, for not being a stealth game first, actually does a fantastic job. So I'm hoping that Metro Awakening has that same type of stealth system within it. Obviously, yes, we have the watch that tells us if we're enlightened and not. So yes, there's going to be some form of stealth, but I'm hoping that it's good stealth, and I'm hoping that it is done really, really well. Pricing is going to be a very important point to make here, because you kind of have to decide, is it going to be worth it? Now, most games for VR that launch on the higher end are usually coming in around $40. However, when it comes to Vertigo, their most recent release, which is Arizona Sunshine 2, came in at $50. I'm not saying it's not justified, and I'm not saying that it is not hard to program and develop for virtual reality, especially to the level that Vertigo Games is aiming for. They're aiming for that interaction, that believability, that immersion within the world that people want. They are aiming to have that Half-Life Alyx level of interaction. And for me, I'm gladly going to pay for something like that. $50 for Arizona Sunshine 2, just because of all of that interaction, totally worth it in my eyes, because it adds to that immersion. And I see something happening similarly with Metro Awakening. However, since it is a much known IP and much beloved IP by masses within the flat gaming, essentially because it's a well-known IP and they licensed it. They have to cover that licensing somehow. So don't be surprised if this is $60. However, the new information that has been told to us from the official Metro Twitter is that Vertigo Games is aiming for 7 to 10 hours of gameplay. Do with that what you will, and kind of let me know in the comments below. Is $60 worth it for a 7-hour experience? My name's Butters. I want to thank all of you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next video.